we'll roll with cost bias. Number 35. A fallacy of ethos, that of a product. The fact that something expensive, either in terms of money or something that is hard fought or hard won or for which one paid dearly, is generally valued more highly than something obtained free or cheaply, regardless of the item's real quality, utility, or true value to the purchaser. Example, hey, I worked hard to get this car. It may be nothing but a clunker that can't make it up a steep hill, but it's mine. And to me, it's better than some millionaire's limo. Also applies to judging the quality of a consumer item or even of its owner primarily by the item's brand, price, label, or source. Hey, you there in the J Mart suit, har har, or ooh, she's driving a Mercedes. This one I'm 100% of it. I shouldn't say victim. I definitely, the United States of America has installed this in my brain 100%. The amount of times that I have purchased products where I look at two different products and I'm like, this one's more expensive, therefore
Yeah.
it's better. I've received the product and I'm like, this is a piece of shit. Why did I pay twice as much for something that fell apart in 5 minutes? Like 100% this is installed in my brain and I get to work on it.
Can't tell if this is gambler's fallacy or not, but I can't at this moment I can't find gambler's fallacy on this list. This might be gambler's fallacy too. Um, I've been guilty of this, of doing this. When I was in the cult that I was in, there would be these conferences that we would encourage people to go to,
Mm.
and part of it was making them literally buy into it, and they feel like they have to go because they bought into it. And in other parts of the cult, those conferences were actually free, but they would have lower attendance because people didn't literally pay money into it. So it was a way
Mm.
to get them to go, but also fuck it, let's just steal money from them. We don't need to, but it gets them to go. So fuck it, let's do it. And I just think that's disgusting. I'd like a long throw up that like I did that to so many people.
Yeah, yeah, I hear that. Yeah. Because we both were doing we were in the same space. I will say there is something about for what it's worth, and this is I don't know, like I've just noticed this. There's something about money in terms of one's own buy-in to like literally like I see it all the time where one's own buy-in to an idea is directly proportionate to the amount of money they put towards something that is around that idea. So, as an example, and this happens all the fucking time in my own business. If I have a free event and I have 50 people registered for it and it's totally free, I might get 20% of people to attend. Might, maybe 25, and then we'll see how it goes from there. If the event is paid, even if it's 27 bucks, which seems like nothing, that 20% show rate goes up to a 50% show rate. And the people who showed, they show up. They like come in and they're like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to learn. I'm ready to dive in. Whereas like if it's free, you can have you'll have less people in the room and they usually are kind of like spectating, wondering if this is even legit, not sure if this is what they want to be doing with their time. And it's like there is something I think really positive to be said about teaching someone that and obviously there's coercion, that's not okay. But teaching people that hey, if you pay for something, you will pay more attention to it because you got some skin in the game. I find that to be very real. And in a lot of instances, it can be very helpful to support people if what you're doing is supportive for people. If it's not supportive for people, then it's a whole other game because you get people bought into something. And if it's not actually designed to support them, but it's designed to support you, then what you're doing is you're playing with that and beginning to manipulate people in a not so good way. Um, but in a lot of instances, when someone puts money forward, even if it's a little bit, they tend to all of a sudden believe in either that or themselves in the environment more so than they did prior, typically, is what I've noticed.
One thing that while I was part of the cult, there's some good things I've learned there too. And one of them was make a deal that like they cannot refuse. So instead of doing the cost bias, which I think is just straight up manipulative, um, have a charge for it, but then also say like if you didn't feel value from this, like you get a full refund. And I feel like that's a really ethical way to go about it, and would increase the show.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
And also, I don't think many people would try to redeem the if you didn't feel enough value that was worth the money. I don't think that they would redeem it. Um, but there's ethical ways to go about that, and I think that just the charging people just to make them show up is pretty gross. I don't like that one.
Gotcha. Yeah, I get that. Alrighty.
Very good. All right. Thank you, Alan, and I'll see you next week.
Yep. See you next week.
Bye bye.
Later.